On this episode of Amazing Websites Television, a sneaky way to save up to 75% when booking 5-star hotels, a really cool free tool to follow up with clients and service providers via email, the best way to share and store files on the internet, a cool way to record your screen and share the video on Twitter, and an amazing animation tool to create fun video animations to use in your marketing. This episode is brought to you by the Even More Useful Websites manual that you can download for free at evenmoreusefulwebsites.com.
Hello, this is Ernesto Verdugo, and this is a show that helps intelligent internet users like you find cool tools and change the rules.
Welcome back to Amazing Websites Television. Today I am reporting from just next to the River Thames in London, England, where I came here for an event. And before I actually start telling you about the interesting resources that I will be sharing with you today, I first of all have to tell you a story. Possibly you know that London is one of the most expensive cities in Europe and possibly one of the most expensive cities in the world. And when I was coming here, I knew that there were going to be a number of events happening in England. There was all sorts of different events happening in London. And what happened was that the hotel prices were just absolutely outrageous. A hotel, for example, even for a bed and breakfast, you will be paying, I think, anywhere between 150 and 300 pounds. If you would like to stay on a 5-star hotel, in Park Lane or anything like that, obviously, possibly you will be paying something like about 900 pounds, which I think is absolutely ridiculous. So the reason why I'm telling you this story is because I actually know about a resource where even in those dire circumstances, you can actually get to save up to 90% of the price in one of these hotels. I thought that actually this was a very common resource, but then whenever I actually tell this story to some people, they told me, no, I didn't really know that actually you could do that. So basically I'm going to give you two resources, and then I will also tell you a little bit about something which is a little bit more related to websites and to internet, and not really to travel. The reason why I'm actually telling you this is because, of course, these are websites that you can use that could be actually really, really useful. So today's handy bookmarks are going to be two bookmarks that you definitely need to consider whenever you're traveling. First of all, the first one is hotwire.com. This is a website that if you want to actually go bargain shopping, you will be able to actually really get very, very good prices. However, the other resource that I want to share with you is called Priceline.com, and I thought that everybody knew about Priceline because, of course, there's advertising on the television and there's all sorts of things.
Listen and learn.
Internet hotel deals are disappearing everywhere. Everywhere but Priceline, where you can save up to 50% off other leading sites. When you name your own price, you pick your exact neighborhood and star level. Then we find the right hotel for you. The hotel gives us a huge discount, which we pass on to you.
Why book a hotel anywhere else?
Priceline, more ways to save.
The online travel company is basically a middleman, a travel service aggregator, a vacation matchmaker. They do the regular, boring, disclosed price deal where you can choose the airline, rental car, and hotel you want, but that's for losers. The smart ones use Priceline's Name Your Own Price reverse auction system. Some people hate it, others know how to manipulate it, but it's something Priceline has that no one else does, so it's a cool concept, if nothing else. Bid on a very general trip, and Priceline will find that price for you, no matter how many layovers it takes. Oh, and no refunds. Priceline's cut comes from the difference between the price the customer named and the price charged by the service provider.
For hotels, this is particularly useful because, normally you can actually bid and save all the way to 60%. But I'm going to tell you a trick that is going to really be worth quite a lot of money if you are willing to put a little bit of risk on it. I do not know about you, but I love staying right now in 5-star hotels. I am right now just outside the Hilton Docklands Hotel, which the night specifically a few days ago was about £400, and I ended up paying £75 for it. So let me just tell you how I actually did that.
Aw, that search for the best summer vacation deal.
The Priceline price that we saw was $71.
A while ago, I showed you how to beat Priceline, how you really can get the lowest possible rate for a hotel room.
But Priceline changed a few things, closed some loopholes.
I can still beat it, and I'm not afraid of
Priceline Negotiator.
Hey, that's Captain Kirk. He's Priceline's spokesman now. I think it's time I taught Captain Kirk how to beat Priceline.
Captain? What in the name of...
Captain, Starfleet has beamed me aboard the Enterprise to teach you how to beat Priceline.
Am I... seeing things? What is it, Mr. Spock? A projection?
Not a projection, sir.
Captain, as you should know, Priceline lets you name your own price for airline tickets, hotel stays, and car rentals. If Priceline accepts your bid, that's what you pay.
How about it, Spock?
Fascinating.
Captain, let's say you want to stay in Las Vegas.
We're 900 light years from that kind of desert bone.
Okay. Well, let's say you want to stay in a 4-star hotel in downtown Seattle.
Before you start bidding, do your research. Go to biddingfortravel.com or betterbidding.com. Here, users post their winning and losing bids on Priceline. If I go to Seattle and I look for a 4-star downtown hotel, I see that the winning bids are running roughly $100 to $120 a night.
Telepathy.
Unquestionably.
The key to beating Priceline is a free rebid system.
I select downtown Seattle and 4-star hotel. I start bidding at $80. I get rejected. Normally, if I don't change the star level, the area, or the date, Priceline makes me wait 24 hours to bid again.
But here's how you can bid multiple times in just a few minutes and be guaranteed to stay exactly where you want.
That would be difficult to explain.
It would be impossible, Captain.
Not so, Spock. The key is finding all the zones that don't have a 4-star hotel or higher.
I click downtown Seattle. There's a 4-star hotel there, but when I click Bothell, the 4-star dot is grayed out. I click Lake Union, and the 4-star dot is grayed out again.
Because, Captain, there are no 4-star hotels in these zones. These are my free rebid zones.
Are you sure?
Yes. I select downtown Seattle.
And after a bid is rejected, I keep adding areas that don't have a 4-star hotel.
And if I mix up my zone combinations, I can actually bid 86 times. And if Priceline accepts my bid, I will only get a hotel in downtown Seattle because that's the only place where I'm bidding that has a 4-star hotel.
Spock. How do you read that?
Extremely efficient, Captain. Whether that indicates intelligence is another matter.
After 10 bids, adding $1 each time, bingo! I got a room at the Sheraton for $90. Checking Sheraton's website, the cheapest room on this date is $139, a saving of roughly $50.
Pretty good savings, wouldn't you say, Captain? So that's how you beat Priceline, Captain. Free rebids! Free rebids! Free rebids!
Chekhov, take us out of orbit, warp factor 2, and hurry.
And now, our feature presentation.
Welcome to Screener, instant screencast for Twitter. Got a Mac or a PC? Cool. Let's record a screencast. Start by clicking the record button. Put the recording frame where you need it. Choose your microphone and click record. You're on. Everything you say and do is being recorded. If you need a break, click pause. When you're finished recording, click done. Add your message and tweet it. Your tweet goes out with this short URL. Your followers click the link and see your screencast here. Everyone can see it, even on an iPhone. You can even put it on YouTube or your own site. So that's Screener, instant screencast for Twitter.
Here's a typical scenario. You send an email to someone, they forget to respond. You expected them to respond, so now you forgot about the email. Now, since you forgot, and they forgot, everyone is completely behind schedule. It's possible you've tried adding events to your calendar that remind you to follow up with people, or your to-do list, or leaving emails in your inbox so you don't forget, or just tried to remember them, which never really works. We figured there's got to be an easier way, and now there is. On your next email, just copy some time interval at followupthen.com and we'll do the following up for you. It's easy, it's instant, and it works. Here's some examples. Pete is a project manager. He really needs Bob, a designer, to finish a layout by April 1st. He sends an email and CCs 3 days at followupthen.com. Putting followupthen.com in the CC field follows up with both the recipient and the sender if the person doesn't respond within the time interval specified, in this case, 3 days. So let's say 3 days goes by and Bob doesn't respond. Follow-up then will send a nicely formatted, friendly follow-up to both Bob and Pete to remind them. It even contains the contents of the original email for reference. John here is a sales guy. He's sending a proposal to Pierre. Pierre probably isn't going to get back to him right away, and John doesn't want his proposal to get lost in the shuffle. So he BCCs follow-up then. Putting follow-up then in the BCC field follows up with only the sender after the time interval specified. That way, only John the sales guy will receive the follow-up. Or here's another common scenario. John just spoke with Pierre. He's not interested now, but maybe in a few months. So he sends Pierre an email in BCCs 3 months at followupthen.com. So he gets an automatic email reminder at that time. You can even send emails directly to follow-up then, and it will send you a reminder after the time interval you specify. Those are a few ways you can use follow-up then, but as you can imagine, the possibilities are pretty much endless. In fact, every time you think of following up, just think follow-up then. Try it now. You don't even have to visit our site. Just compose an email to someone and CC 2 hours at followupthen.com.
Hi there, once again we are here in London, and it's really very nice because I got to see a lot of my friends and in a big event here, big guys that know a lot about internet marketing, and actually I'm just having the first guest on the program. And basically what I want to start asking, I mean, all these people which know a lot about the internet is about what resources are actually they are using. So with me I have Javier Rivero, which is the go-to guy in internet marketing in Spain, and he wants to share actually one of the resources that is for him the most useful. So possibly you have not heard about it, so I think it's going to be quite interesting. So Javier, welcome to you're the first guest on my show, so I think that's going to be quite nice.
Thank you so much, Ernesto. It's such an honor to be in such an amazing show that you are producing that I am really honored. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. No, thank you for joining. So the program is relatively short, so of course I have to keep it as fast as possible. But it will be great if you can share one of the resources that you really think that is incredibly or amazingly useful, as I would say.
Well, so that resource that I love is Dropbox. So Dropbox, what it is, if you know it, you know how great. But if you don't know it, it is like a box in which several people can have access to, no matter in what country they are. So can you imagine that if you have an office, then everyone can go to the box and put things and take them. But what about if you have employees all over the planet? You know, I have people all of, like in different countries, different time zones, so they don't come to my office to fly to cross the ocean to pick a file. So you put that in that box, and then they take it and they modify, they put it there for you. So it's a place where you share the content that you have, these videos, whatever kind of content that helps you to be much more effective, because you don't need to be using USB or sending mails with information. Everything is located there, and it's so powerful. You can have, I have a folder for my employees. Everyone has a folder, and then I have other joint ventures. I have folders with them. So all of that, you can use it, and you can share only the folder that you want. So you need to share your whole office. You share one specific folder that you want to share with them, so they get the information or leave the information that you will need.
Perfect. So basically the way it works is that you can use it like if you will be storing in a central place, and then people can actually just go and take it and get access to it, right? That's how it works.
Exactly.
Where can people go to actually download? Is this a free service, or how does it work?
It's a free service if you want at least if you want 2 gigabytes of information, and if you want more, so then you pay. So, for example, I prefer to have more, so I pay, the subscription, and it's very worth it. You have several amounts. You have 50 gigabytes, so you can have more than 100. So it depends on that, and you can download that in Dropbox.com.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, thank you, Javier, very, very much, and thank you for being the first guest on the show.
You're welcome. Thank you, Mr.
Absolutely.
Yo ho. Yo ho. A pirate life's for me. Yo ho. Yo ho. A pirate life's for me.
What a great show this was, don't you think?
Indeed, it was very good show and full of great resources. Captain Ernesto is good, isn't he?
He's wonderful, adorable and really cool. I love his accent. Do you know if he's married?
I'm not sure if he is married, and I don't honestly give a damn if he is married or not. I just love his resources.
Have you downloaded his Even More Useful Websites book? I have not yet downloaded it.
Of course I have. The book is freaking brilliant. I think this is the end of the show, so make sure to go to www.evenmoreusefulwebsites.com and download it.
These episodes are too bloody short. I'll have to wait till next week to see Ernesto. I'm not sure I'll survive.
Go download his book now, you silly girl. You're worse than a freaking groupie.
Okay, I will rush to www.evenmoreusefulwebsites.com immediately. See you next week on the next episode of Amazing Websites Television.